Welcome back to GolfCask Par Four Tasting, where every sip is a shot and every bottle is a round. Today we're tackling the real challenge out of Kentucky. This tasting is a crescendo tasting. It gets a little bit rough out the gate, but as we stick with it, this just might turn into one hell of a hole. Of course, I'm Brian Bailey. I'm a bourbon steward, a whiskey enthusiast, and an absolute golf nut and coach. I've been chasing good whiskey and birdies with equal obsession, but today is a challenge. Jeptha Creed 6-year-old wheated straight bourbon, coming in at 46.5 ABV with a mash bill of bloody corn and malted wheat. Gives you some unique flavors. So, stepping onto the tee, or let's say nosing the glass, we'll have to call this one a wayward drive. I'm getting some nuttiness, a little bit of chocolate leather, but I'm getting a musty earthiness that smells like a pull hook into thick rough. It's deep in the weeds here, people. Not an ideal start. Ranking, 2.5 out of 5. Bogey. But just like golf, you never give up just because of a bad shot. The approach shot, the tasting. Here's where things get really interesting. This tasting could go two ways. We could hit a safe layup shot, keep the 2.5 all the way through, and just kind of have an average to below average bourbon. Or we take the bomb and gouge approach and we go for the green. I'm feeling bold, and this taste is definitely bold. So let's take that 8-iron and let's thrash it out to the green and see what kind of tasting notes we get. I get a creamy mouthfeel with waves of plum sweetness, some dark chocolate, and hints of tobacco and even maybe leather. It avoids the pot bunker short of the green, lands on the front edge, and releases nicely up to about 8 feet from the pin. That's a solid golf shot. And I'd have to give this tasting a solid 3.5 out of 5. Par birdie ranking. We are back in this hole, baby. Now it's time to close this thing out strong. The finish is where the Jeptha Creed really shines. A long, satisfying wave of flavor and warmth, light pepper, earthy tones, and some sweetness, with a lingering hint of heat and chocolate. This is an 8-footer for birdie. It's only a 50-50 make percentage, but I love my chances. I'm gonna give the finish a 4 out of 5. This one will be jarred. So, final score, 3.5 out of 5. Just as likely birdie as par. This hole was a true scrambler. Started off a little rough, but developed into a real scoring opportunity. Jeptha Creed's 6-year wheated bourbon rewards those willing to fight through the rough and stick the approach. Now I think it's time to pour another and tee it up one more time. Cheers to you. We'll see you in future tastings, on the course, online, and of course, at the 19th hole. Cheers, my friends.